Dade Phelan, the incumbent Speaker of the Texas House of Representatives, says he will not seek the influential position again. It comes ahead of tomorrow's meeting where the House Republicans in Austin will nominate a replacement. Joining us now is State Representative Matt Schaefer. Representative Schaefer, thanks for being here. First, I want to get what's your reaction to the news Dade Phelan is withdrawing from the House Speaker race?
I'm not surprised at all. Most members in the Texas House had become fatigued with all of the controversy surrounding Dade Phelan's speakership. They were tired of the controversy that came out of the botched impeachment of Ken Paxton. They are tired of the controversy around Dade Phelan giving powerful positions to Democrats, even though voters gave Republicans an even bigger majority than they had 2 years ago. So members were fatigued with the controversy around Dade Phelan, and they're ready to move on.
Representative Schaefer, how does Speaker Phelan's decision to withdraw affect your view of his leadership and the future direction of the Texas House?
His leadership will be judged not just by his controversies, but what he accomplished or didn't accomplish. It's fair to say there were some big things that got done under his leadership, like constitutional carry. But there's also a lot of things that didn't get done, some critical border security bills that didn't pass, and a number of other measures that he blocked at times. And so going forward, this allows a reform-minded speaker candidate to make some changes in the Texas House. And if you look at this group of freshmen that are coming in, they're really focused on reforming the way the House runs and giving more power back to the individual members and not having power consolidated and centralized in the Speaker's office.
Well, let's get on to that topic. How do you expect Speaker Phelan's withdrawal to influence the upcoming legislative agenda? Are there any key issues that might now gain more attention or be sidelined?
I think the biggest issue is the process of how the House works itself. That's really what's at stake here. The conservative legislative priorities that are out there, like border security and election integrity, those things are going to be there regardless who is the speaker. But how much influence the more conservative members of the Texas House will have really depends upon these reforms that may or may not get implemented.
For what characteristics and leadership style would you like to see in the next speaker? As we all know that you will not be seeking re-election for this next term. So what do you think?
Integrity and allowing members of the Texas House to have more influence, more say, because they represent the millions of Texans out there that elected them. And when you consolidate too much power in one person, in the speaker, that diminishes the influence of those members who are representing those millions of Texans.
Is there anybody specifically, Representative Schaefer, that we should maybe have our eyes on for the next speaker?
Representative David Cook has a lot of support right now. He is a reform-minded candidate, and I think right now Representative David Cook is the man to beat.
What advice would you like to give to Daniel Alders, who's filling in your shoes?
Keep his strong faith in God and stand up for his conservative values. The East Texas area is one of the best places in Texas. And if Daniel Alders stays true to our community, then he's going to be just fine.
And I got to ask you, Representative Schaefer, I know we said last question, but you said that you're not finished yet. Your work is not done. Talk about when you think that you're going to jump back into another race.
Many people think that some of the statewide positions will be coming open next year. Perhaps Ken Paxton will not run for Attorney General. He might run against John Cornyn or might go do something else. If that's the case, it's quite possible someone like Senator Brian Hughes might decide to run for higher office. If he did that, that would be an open seat here for East Texas. And if that's the case, I will strongly consider running for a state senate.